not young as in like teenagers or something like that, but just not super duper old, like 90s. Or it could have been that she did pass when she was that old, but she had a younger, like, spirit about her. So I'm trying to decipher here or which one it was. So give me just a second here.
That's true.
I almost feel like she passed away older, but had a very young spirit. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Well, I just told my mom it's because she always lied about how old she was. We never knew how old she was.
Okay, that's funny.
I mean, mom did, but she would always say she was like 10 years younger than she was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense then. She's not giving me an age, which was weird to me because I'm like...
She never did.
And if she did, it would be younger. Like, take her into the hospital, she would end up being the age of me and my sister by the time we got her to the floor.
That's funny. Oh gosh, let's see.
It's okay, Mom. We know you're young.
Let's see.
I just called her out for lying too.
You did. It was Diana that called you out for lying.
That's funny. Okay, so now I'm seeing that she was older when she passed, and what it is that she's showing me a hospital bed, but that doesn't necessarily mean she passed away in a hospital. Sometimes they show me a hospital bed if they were at home or in a nursing home when they passed. But also it could just be her telling me that she was sick when she passed away. So give me a second here. Well, did she pass away in the hospital?
No.
No? Okay.
She passed away at home.
Okay.
But on hospice.
It was on hospice.
She was on home hospice with my mom at her house, and she was taken to the hospital.
Before she passed away?
911. They brought her back home, but...
Yeah.
Okay.
They took her to the hospital because Mom panicked and called 911, even though she was on hospice. But she did come back home, and she did pass at home.
At home, okay.
Because that was right before she... I wasn't living down. I was in group, remember?
But, no, she wasn't at the hospice when she went to the hospital.
Did she have something that would be either her stomach area or her pelvis area? Not necessarily that she passed away from, but just did she have any kind of ailments that would affect that area?
Always.
Stomach
problems? Okay. Do you know if she would have been in pain when she passed?
Yes, she was.
And I feel like because of the pain, her blood pressure was out of whack or her heart rate was out of whack because of the pain.
Oh, yes, it was.
Okay.
So she was in hospice?
Yeah. Okay.
Did she have oxygen, like cannulas and stuff?
Yes.
Let's see. Just let it come to me. Hold on just a second here. Okay, so typically they do show me how they passed, but sometimes they won't go into a lot of detail for the sake of the family member. So right now she's not giving me a specific, like, legitimate reason that she passed away. She's kind of just showing me things like she was using oxygen, had stomach problems, and that sort of thing. But as when it comes to her bedside, whether it be at the hospital or it be at home, did you sit mostly on her right side?
Yes.
Okay, and then did you hold her hand a lot?
Yes, she did.
Okay, because she's showing me that her arm or like her hand would be laid out, and then you just kind of have your hand over top of hers, and just kind of like rubbing on it a little bit, loving on her. Was she? Did she sometimes be a little grumpy? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Very much so.
Okay. So she's kind of apologizing for that. Okay. It's almost like, I appreciate what you've done. You know that you were there for me and you supported me and all that. And she's almost apologizing for having those moments where she was not very nice, but she was in pain and stuff like that. But she's just apologizing for having those moments. She doesn't want you to feel like you did anything wrong or like you had upset her or anything like that. It was just, she just didn't feel good. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Cool. Let's see. I think now we're kind of switched to when she was not sick or passing. I think that's what we're switching to now. She keeps like showing me like she keeps mentioning candy or something like that. I'm trying to figure. I almost feel like it's like a caramel type candy, butterscotch or caramel. Does that make sense to you?
She loved candy.
She did. Okay. Did she smoke?
No.
Okay. Trying to figure out what she's showing me right now. Give me a second. Did somebody around her smoke? Like
my dad smoked.
Your dad, okay. Did they live together? Like,
well,
were they married to the end or no?
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah, uncle, and then my brother smoked. And
Okay, so did she have, just for curiosity on my part, would she be showing me something about somebody smoking because it would have affected her lungs in some way?
Well, they always asked did she smoke because her lungs.
Okay, so her lungs did have,
bad,
okay.
But she never smoked.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Just around secondhand smoke.
Sure. Okay. So then that makes sense, because that's what she was showing me cigarettes, but she wasn't showing me her specifically smoking them. And then she's showing me like smoke that would come from a cigarette. And then she's, giving me that when you said it wasn't her, it was like, okay, well, there was somebody around her. So it's making sense now as we're describing it that it could have been from that. Somebody else smokes around her.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay, yeah. She had some medical problems. There probably wasn't really one thing that.
Did her initials start with, is it a D or a B?
A what?
A letter D or a letter B?
No.
Would the initial D or B make sense to you?
They were all D's. We're all D's. Her mother was a B.
Oh, you guys are all... Oh, Daylin, Dayana, and what is your sister's name?
I'm Dakin.
That's right, Dakin. Wow, okay.
D-A-K-O-N.
Dakin, okay. Okay, I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think about you guys' names. I was just thinking of her name. Okay.
That's what I said. Her mother was a B.
And her mom was a B.
Maybe he wants to talk to somebody. Maybe.
All right. Do you know a Betty? I don't know why I keep hearing the name Betty, but it doesn't have to necessarily make sense for your mom.
I helped you take care of Mom. Martha.
Does it make sense?
Not right off of the top of my head, I don't.
Okay, that's okay. We can come back to that. It may be... you may have more than one person trying to come through at a time right now.
Okay.
That happens. They're called piggybacks. And it's where either it's someone else that you would know or it's just another spirit entirely. And so if sometimes you hear me like veer off way out of left field, it could be somebody else trying to come through at the same time. And you just let me know so I can ground and center. But I was getting the name Betty for sure. But let me circle back to Mom and see what we get more for her. Did your mom go to church a lot?
No.
Okay. Let me, give me a second here. I'm going to light my candle and use sage and see if I can rezone in. Because, interestingly, I do feel like the connection just got, like, it was your mom, and then all of a sudden now I've got other people coming through. Would it make sense for anybody in your family, what I'm saying here, with the name Betty or the church or anything like that?
Would it be our grandmother, Belle?
Possibly. Sometimes they give me a name that starts with an initial, even though that's not the name.
And then my mother's sister, Barbara.
Okay.
Both
Which missed church.
Never missed church, yeah.
Okay, so what were the names again?
Barbara and Belle.
I feel like that's close.
Okay, hold on just a second here.
Did it have an E?
Uh-huh.
That feels correct. Like, the connection feels correct to me. Because typically, if I mention something like that, like, the name or who they would be to you, they'll let me know if that's not right by a certain type of pushback or emotion that's like, no, that's not correct. But then if it does, then they just almost like keep going. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So does it feel right for the Belle, her mother, or her sister, Barbara?
More for Bob Rand.
Okay.
And she's showing me a church pew.
Bob Rand made sure I went to church all the time.
Okay. Was she like a large part of the church? Was she like in the choir, chorus, whatever it's called? Did she do Bible school, Bible study? Was there something like that?
Yeah. She drug me to Bible school.
Bible school. Okay.
And she was part of it. Everything.
Yeah. Was she in her? Was she like in her 60s?
No.
60s to 70s when she passed?
Maybe in her 60s. when she passed.
She was young, wasn't she? We didn't know her.
Yeah.
She must want you to go to church.
She appears to be like in her 60s, but she's giving like age gap is like somewhere between 60s and 70s. So
yeah, I
like
guess
67, 68 maybe.
I'm thinking she might have been younger than 60.
You think so?
I'm thinking.
I don't know. She keeps mentioning 68 time or age frame, but
it could have been 60. I just can't even think of how old she was.
okay.
Did she?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Mother was 30. She was up to.
Well, how old was Frida when she died?
We were. No, she wasn't in her 60s.
No?
No.
It was before that?
Yeah.
Okay. What about your mom's mom? Was she in her 60s when she passed?
She was 94.
Okay, so then the 60s to 68s, just a no-go. All right, for Barbara Ann, did she ever, like, I feel like she's showing me skirts as if she never really wore pants. Did she always just wear skirts and dresses?
Yeah. Yes, she did.
So this would be your aunt, right?
Right.
Okay. Let me ask you, are you in your 60s?
No, I'm in my. Yes, I am. I'm in my 60s. Wait. Yes, I am.
You are, okay. I wonder if she's just giving me information about you so you know that it's her. But I'm just trying to place that. But we'll keep it in mind. Let's see.
She's right. I'm in my 60s.
Okay. Okay, let's see.
She's probably telling me to go to church.
That's probably why. Yeah, right. Let's see.
I loved her.
Did you spend a lot of time with her when you were... Hold on, wait. Okay, so it was weird because as soon as I was going to ask you when you were younger, she showed me like you guys were really close when you were like a teenager.
I did spend a lot of time around her and with her.
Okay. Do you have siblings or are you an only child?
No, I have a sister.
Okay.
And a brother.
I have a brother.
Was she closer to you than them?
Yes.
Okay. She's not really mentioning when she's talking about having spent a lot of time with you. She's mostly mentioning you, which is why I was like, maybe you don't have siblings because she wasn't telling me about them. But it just could have been just saying that you were closer to her than the others were. All right, let's see. Can you give me something she wouldn't? Let's see. I got something with a blanket. Would anybody in your family have made you a blanket?
My grandmother made me a quilt.
Quilt, okay.
My mom used to make blankets, quilts. I feel like everybody in our family probably did.
Oh, really? Let's see, what about... Okay, hold on. We might be starting with Belle then.
My brain just wanted to jump in and let you know.
She was there, and I need to go to church.
Let's see.
I don't doubt it a bit.
Yeah. Okay, who are we talking with? It's interesting because I do feel like there is at least one male spirit connected to you, but these women are the ones coming through like very strong right now. It's like you guys can wait your turn. Does that make sense to you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I loved my Mama Belle.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. Did she have a water fountain thing at her house, like a one of those that you dispense water in a cup? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do, but no, she didn't.
Did anybody that you know of at their house have the thing where it was like the big old buckets of water that you would lift the tab and the water would come out?
That's interesting. You might just not remember.
Like, I can even hear the blub blub of the water. Not that you can think of?
We have a lot. At my grandmother's house, we had a lot of water springs, that come out of the trees.
Okay.
You might not know what that is.
No.
Did you have a well?
She had a well.
Somebody didn't have the one that pumps like this?
Not when I was...
Not what you're seeing? Okay, let's see. I actually don't know what you mean by one that comes out of a tree.
It's like it's just a spring that suddenly comes up out of the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? And they bubble like that.
Oh, they do bubble like that.
We have a lot of those all up in the woods around my grandmother's property.
So would it make sense that if I don't know what you're talking about, that she would show me something I could understand to tell you?
Yeah.
Okay. Because it's something
we had tree houses built over these springs.
Okay.
And this water bubbled out under our tree houses, and we let our water jugs down into them because the water was really cold.
Okay.
And we would hear this bubbling water coming out sound.
Oh, okay. Because I hear it. It's like a blub blub noise or something like that.
I can relate to it.
Okay, you can. Okay. Would that make sense for Belle or Barbara or your mom or your grandmother? Who? For Belle?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And that's your grandmother, right?
Right.
Okay. Let's see.
And this water poured down under these trees and went down and had a pond.
Who were you with?
Eddie and Frida, Danny.
Frida.
It's kind of tricky here because normally whenever I have one person connected, one direct person, they'll give me information and almost all of it resonates. Maybe one thing won't. But because there's so many connected to you right now, I'm getting a little bit from one, a little bit from another. So I'm having to distinguish which one this message is from and which one it's not. Do you know what I mean?
That makes sense. I knew she would have a lot of people.
Okay. So, of course, if I say, oh, did Barbara Ann make you blankets and quilts? Well, that's not going to make sense. And you're going to say no. But then Belle did, right?
Right.
So then that makes sense. So I'm having to be like, all right, which one are you talking to me? Which one is talking? Let's see. Okay, who baked?
Belle, my mother, Barbara Ann, they all baked.
Oh, all of them.
See?
Okay. I feel like one image that they're showing me specifically is with wearing an apron.
Would have been my grandmother.
It would have been your grandmother. Okay. Did she sell these things or package them up in some way and give them away, something like that?
She didn't sell them. She might have given them away.
I feel that she's showing me like they were in little baggies or something, like maybe she took them to church or something, because it's not like she's not showing me a pan of a cake sitting on a counter for just family, which she may have done, but what she's specifically showing me is like little cookies or little brownies or little like little pieces of something that you would put in little bags and either give away or sell or take to somewhere. Does that make sense for you at all?
Like stuff like that. I mean, Bob Brand might taking cookies and stuff like that to church.
Okay, so it could be both. They're probably just going, okay, the apron was Belle, and the cookie going somewhere was Barbara Ann.
Because Mama Belle had so many to feed. You know?
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, would the number 12 make sense to you? For anybody? That could be the number of kids that one of them, that anybody that had. That could be a month, so December. It could be an age of somebody that's 12. It could be...
How old was Eddie when he died? Oh, he was 12 or 13. I'm just curious. That could be the mail coming through. Okay.
So, was this your brother, or who's Eddie?
He was my uncle.
Okay, so Eddie is your uncle. I do believe that is, yes, I do believe that's him, and this is why, because he's showing me as if he were, like he's giving me the age, but then showing me as if he were to be an older man if he were alive today. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
You never met him?
Yes, I met him.
You did? Okay.
Oh, yeah. We played together.
You did?
Yes.
This is your uncle?
Yes. I was 6 months older than him.
Oh, wow, interesting.
Belle had, what, 10 kids?
Okay.
He was the youngest.
Mm-hmm.
And he died when he was like 12 or 13. I can't remember the exact number.
Okay.
And, yeah, we played till then.
Okay. Give me a second here. Okay. This is interesting. So he's almost showing me like he was really sick and he passed away from something very, like being some sort of feverish type of condition, but then also water. Did he drown?
No.
Okay. Did he like to swim?
Yes, he did.
Okay, so swimming would make sense for water. Did you guys do that a lot?
Yes.
Okay. Now, for the sick or whatever, did he have anything that he would have been like very feverish?
He not really.
Okay.
What did he die from?
Yeah, brain tumor. He died of a brain tumor at 12. So he could have.
So he was sick whenever he passed away.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
makes sense. And he might have had a fever on him.
Yeah, because I scratched his leg. His legs will. It's spread, so yeah.
Okay. So far we have Mom. Sorry, I'm a little cold in my room, so I got my blanket.
Okay.
So we have Mom, Grandma, Aunt, and an uncle. And they are all just kind of like popping in and giving me little bits of information, I think, just to show you that they're here with you.
Yeah.
There is an older male as well. Is your dad passed away?
Yes.
He always comes through, I feel like.
Really?
What do you mean?
Like, when you've done this in the past, I feel like he has come through and talked to her before.
Really? That's good.
A long time ago, right?
I want to see where my cup was at.
Yeah. Maybe he's waiting his turn.
Oh.
I think it is his turn because it was like they're just kind of waiting on the side while the women come through very strong. Like, we're going to talk. You can wait. Almost like the women wore the pants.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. So with your dad, I feel like he's showing me once your mom and him, they got divorced, right?
Correct.
Did you only see him like a little bit of the time at first?
Yes.
And then when you would spend time with him on those little bits of time, what do you guys do, like activities?
Oh, no.
No?
No.
Does fishing make sense to you at all?
No.
Fishing?
Yeah, fishing.
You didn't fish?
No.
Do you have a grandfather that liked to fish?
You know, I don't know. My grandfather died when I was 17. And my other one died when I wasn't but 6 months old. So, don't know.
Okay.
Bill? Maybe he wanted to.
Okay. It seems like there's a lot of water associated with your family.
We live right off of a lake.
Okay. Oh. Okay. So maybe just they didn't actually fish, but you would fish in a lake, right?
Right.
And they're just giving me lots of water. Lots of water.
Women in the lake.
So yes, there's swimming, there's the water springs. They're showing me something to do with like fishing or in water or something like that.
That'd be Tom. Yeah, the trestle.
So lots of water makes sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. All right. Was there a period of time after you got a little bit older that you were really close to your dad, or you would go and be with him more?
He got sick.
No.
She looks at me like I know. But even when he got sick, it figured then.
No.
Who is this then? Maybe it's not your dad.
Could be Tom.
Could it be my brother?
He wasn't older than us.
No, he's not older. He's younger.
Well, this doesn't necessarily have to be older now. It could be, literally could just be switching to. This is another thing about being in with a bunch of spirits is that they'll just switch on me, and it's like, okay, who are you now? Because you're not making sense for this other person now. Could it be your brother? Let's see. Did your brother have something with lungs?
No, but my Uncle Kenneth did.
Okay.
And I loved my Uncle Kenneth. I did live with them for a while.
Okay. Ding, ding, ding. This is what we're getting. That makes more sense. And whenever something is right, they'll give me a ding, ding, ding noise. Or sometimes they'll even give me like check marks, just going like check, 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 check. So that makes sense then. They're like, yes, ding, 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 it's Uncle Kenneth. Not brother, not dad. Was your Uncle Kenneth sometimes like a dad for you?
Yes.
Okay. We figured it out. It's more like dad. It's like your uncle, but kind of like dad. Did you do activities with your uncle then?
I did do things with him.
Okay. Did your Uncle Kenneth smoke?
Yes.
And did he drink beers?
Oh, yes.
A lot.
So this is definitely him. Because he's showing me like as if he were be holding a beer can. It could be bottles, but he's showing me a can and then has a cigarette sticking out of the, like between these two fingers.
Definitely him.
Okay.
Yeah. Saying, I want to talk to you.
Yeah. All right, well, here we have a bunch of people here. So now that we've mentioned a couple people that we have, can you tell me a question that you would like to ask for any of them, and we can go from there? I mean, do you have anything you want to know?
How do you know what you want to know from somebody who's on the other side?
I know people tell me all the time. They're like, well, I have 100 questions, but now that you've asked me, I don't know what to ask.
This list of people's kind of caught you off guard too, because I think she was expecting her brother, because he died younger.
Okay.
Maybe Aunt Wanda.
Aunt Wanda, yeah. But these are not people I would have first off.
Well, you know,
Maybe they have a baby.
Well, yeah, Mom, yeah.
Well,
Sure.
you know, another thing is that, yes, spirits will just come through for you. I like to try for a specific person if you have certain questions for, because then that eliminates all the other spirits for you trying to come through at the same time. So typically I do start with one spirit and go from there, but you wanted to see who came through. So lucky for you, you had like, well, how many people we have come for you? You got a lot of people that want to talk to you. You're popular.
Yeah.
But
well,
is there anybody?
I want to know if Tom is there.
Okay. Tom is your brother?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Let's connect with him. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you about Tom when he was a younger boy.
How young?
I want to say like preteen, like 10, 11, 12. It's actually maybe a picture. Would you have pictures of him from that age?
I do. I'd have to dig.
Oh, I mean, you don't have to literally look for it. I'm just wondering if this image would ring a bell for you. It's like he's showing me an oversized white t-shirt, and he has short dark hair. I almost want to say that there's like a Christmas tree in the background.
He loves Christmas. He loved Christmas. He did. And I don't know about an oversized T-shirt.
It's like, instead of wearing, like, he's not just showing me like he would run around in underwear, but this was like something he would sleep in. It's almost like it's Christmas morning. There's a picture taken of him, and he's wearing like an oversized white T-shirt. It may have characters on it. I can't really place. I do feel like there's something on the front of it, but I'm not seeing a clear enough image to, say like, oh yeah, it was a cartoon character or whatever. But I just feel like this is a picture of him in a morning time. And I do feel like there's a Christmas tree in the background.
It sounds like us, the way we would look on a Christmas morning.
Yeah, okay.
And he loved Christmas.
Okay. Was he in his 20s when he passed away?
Or he had just turned 30, I think.
Just turned 30.
29. I'm bad with numbers.
That's okay. See. So it does seem like we do have brother here. I think he just was waiting his turn, and we had other people coming first. As far as brother,
What do you want to ask?
did he work as like a mechanic or somebody that would have had to wear like, I want to say like blue Dickies pants, and his hands would be really dirty?
Yes.
Okay.
It was
A welder?
Yes.
Okay.
And a mechanic, too, because he worked on his cars.
Oh, okay. So I definitely feel that this is brother then. Okay. And did you have a question for your brother? You need a minute?
She was really close with him, and he, he passed really young, and it took a really big toll on the family.
Okay.
I know she loved him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And our grandmother was never the same after that. So
Sure. Okay.
yeah, he was the baby. I think she probably want to know if he's okay and he's happy.
He's absolutely okay. Absolutely. And he is happy. He shows me, it's hard to explain because it doesn't make sense for me to say he's living his best life, because he's obviously not in life here. But what it basically means is that, like, in where where they are, there's no responsibilities, there's no physical ailments or mental problems or anything like that. So it's genuinely just a place of happiness and love and positivity. So he's fine. And he seems like, it's almost like he's living it up. Did he have that type of personality where he would be just...
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Did he also drink?
Yes.
Okay. Because I feel like he's almost like cheersing. Like,
Gosh.
cheers, I am living it up, I am fine, I'm not hurt, not sick, no nothing. I'm just living my best life. I get to have my drinks. I don't have to worry about work. I don't have to worry about none of that.
That's very him.
That's
Okay.
him. And he knows that we all love him.
Yes, he does. It's funny actually that you say he was like the baby. Was he also the one that would be like if there was a family gathering, he would be the one to try and like see each person, talk to everybody, bring them all together? Does that make sense for him?
He was the social butterfly.
There you go. That's what I mean, because it's whenever you said we all loved him, he kind of just like, it's almost like he embraced everybody and tried to bring them real close. Everybody that's there on the other side with him, it's like he was almost like, yeah, look, we're all together, we're happy, and that kind of thing. So that's why I was asking, like, was he somebody who would try to bring them all together? But social butterfly makes sense.
He was the first one there. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
When it was time to eat, he was the first one there.
Gotcha.
Okay. Was there anybody else I wanted to know?
Aunt Wanda.
Oh, Wanda.
Aunt Wanda. So are you done with brother? You didn't have any other questions or anything?
I didn't have any questions. I just wanted to know that he was happy.
Yep. He's happy.
Living his best life.
Yep. Okay, so Wanda now. That's your aunt?
Mm-hmm.
Did Aunt Wanda have curly hair?
Yes.
She has the most beautiful hair.
Okay, so
Was it curly in
It was wavy.
yes, wavy, right. Like, I almost feel like it was like scrunched. Kind of like yours.
No, kind of like mine.
Yeah, like scrunched.
She had thick, wavy, beautiful hair. I feel like showing hair would be, even if it's not super curly, I think that's definitely her.
Okay. Okay, did she, was she was she a teacher, or did she teach in any way? Maybe like at church or something?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
She may have at work, but I don't know.
She's giving me like teacher energy. Was she just very smart, maybe?
She was pretty smart.
Okay, hold on just a moment here. Okay, did she either pass young, or was she still very young personality?
Well, both, yeah.
Both? Okay.
Personality, always.
Very young, yeah, personality.
I feel like she is kind of showing me, like, it didn't matter how old she was, she made sure she presented herself young. Did she, like,
Presented herself young.
what?
She presented herself very
She did.
young, yeah.
She did. Okay. Yeah.
I loved her.
Okay.
Going out.
It's like she still wanted to, like, get dressed up, and did she go to bars or dancing or something like that?
Yeah, she would go to bars.
Bars, okay.
She wasn't big on dancing.
Okay.
I guess she more liked to go out to eat, have a drink.
Oh, okay. So, because she passed young, I feel like she didn't get to have much time with you. How old were you when she passed?
How old was I?
It was 2003, I think. Or 4 when she died.
You would have been in your 40s.
Yeah, I guess I was in my 40s. I was young.
I wonder if she's talking about Melissa. Somebody she didn't get to have much time with.
So there might be another person that's coming through?
Oh, no, I was just thinking she passed right after her first grandbaby, and I know that bothered her. She didn't get a lot of time with her. I was just
thinking okay. I gotcha. All right, Wanda, anything else? Do you have a question that I can ask her that would be validation that it is for sure her?
the time I would have a zoo.
You would.
Yeah, that's what everybody tells me.
Something that she would know. Uh-huh. Oh, gosh. Why can't I think of something? Somewhere y'all went, something y'all did.
Things y'all used to do.
Or that y'all went to the beach, in like Miami or something.
Maybe like what her favorite color was, what her favorite food was, anything. Anything that she could tell me that you would know is correct.
Perfume she always liked to wear. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
What?
Is she still wearing her favorite perfume?
Favorite perfume.
We always knew when she'd been to the house, to our house, because we could smell her.
Did they have like a vanilla smell?
It was a vanilla musk.
Is that what it was?
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, then this is 100% her.
So, yeah, she's still wearing it.
Yeah, she still wears her vanilla musk. Yep, I can smell it.
That's what it was.
Does she... Okay, so, let's see.
I can't even think of nothing to ask her. I just want her to be happy.
Yes, she's happy. They're all happy, and it's almost...
They are.
It's almost like a big party up there with them because there's so many of them. And I almost feel like it's if they were having... You know, like how you have like a Thanksgiving dinner or a Christmas dinner or something like that, and you all get together and you're like having food and eating at a big old table and stuff like that. It's like that's what they would be doing. There's so many of them.
Visit us?
Yes. Absolutely. Your mom visits you more than most of them.
I can see that.
Yeah, your mom definitely comes to you more than the other ones. Your dad as well. He's almost like, don't forget me. Like, you know, I come too. Don't forget me. So I guess he didn't like that I almost left him out there by saying your mom mostly, because I guess he does too. But as far as like your brothers and your aunts and then they pop in, they check on you, popping in and stuff. But with mom and dad, they do spend a lot of time with you.
Do you believe in reincarnation?
I do. But hold on just a second. Did you lose a baby?
I don't know.
Like a miscarriage or anything?
I don't know.
Not that you remember.
Not that I know.
Because it's like they're telling me like the only person that has reincarnated would have been a baby that you lost.
Really? Would it be reincarnated into my family?
Okay, so they're saying no, not to inside the family, but it was a boy.
So I did have a miscarriage.
According to them.
Or just someone in the family, or
Was it what?
was it her specifically?
Was it me specifically?
I feel like they're connecting you to this little boy that has reincarnated.
Oh.
But let me ask you, do you know of anybody in your family that actually did have a baby that was a boy that passed away?
It was Bell's baby.
Well, my grandmother, Mama Babel, had a little boy that passed away.
Was he a baby?
Yes, he was a baby, and it was a boy.
Okay, so then maybe it wasn't you then. It must have been Mama Bell.
I think he lived 2 days.
Okay. Another ding, ding, ding.
Okay, so it was Mama Bell's baby.
Yes. Yep. I'm glad we figured that out so that we didn't assume that you had had a miscarriage. But that's part of the process, is figuring things out, right? So, yes, it was Mama Bell's son, and he has reincarnated. I don't get that he came back into, like, your family. He just came back to the physical realm.
Uh-huh. And Edgar did. Edgar.
What?
Edgar. After Granddad.
And that's Tom's middle name.
So everybody else is together. Did you have pets that passed away?
Oh, yeah, we had pets that passed away.
Okay. I mean, I know that, it's probably over a long period of time that you did, but I'm just saying there's quite a few, probably, I want to say between 9 and 10 pets on the other side with your family. It doesn't necessarily have to be only your pets, but it could be just in the family.
Do you see what they look like, or?
Most of them are dogs.
Yeah, that'd be all of them.
Oh, we have Missy.
Is one of them a cat?
One cat. We have one cat.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Oh, that's.
Yeah. They've got family, that you've got pets, just all waiting on you, but not in like a hurry way.
So do the pets
like hurry up and wait, okay? Huh?
Pets tell you anything, or?
Yeah, I've communicated with pets before.
Okay.
Yeah. But there's so many of them, I'd have to have you ask a specific one.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see any white dogs, but I am seeing brown, I'm seeing black, and then I do see that there could have been one that was like speckled or had dots or something like that.
Probably was.
You got any names that come? Or if I say, is Chloe
She
there?
said you could say a name.
Give me a second.
The dogs are definitely more for us, not for Mom.
Did you want to ask your dad anything? Did you want to?
No. I don't want to ask him nothing.
There's like so many of them that I'm having a hard time figuring out the names. So I see that there was like at least 3 girls, 3 female dogs.
Mm-hmm. And Lucy.
Yeah.
And Lucy.
We have a Lucy, a Chloe, an Allie, a Prue, and a Mally.
Yes, so all of them are, they're all there. None of them have reincarnated yet.
Gosh.
So literally they're telling me the only person or animal or whatever that's connected to you, they're all there except for the one boy that was of Belle. That's the only one that she's saying is reincarnated.
Was what?
Reincarnated.
Oh, I thought she said her name.
Do you have questions for any of them?
Tony? Did you want to talk to Tony?
The dogs were for us.
Yeah.
Tony's Let's see, Tom, Kenneth.
Let me see.
What about Malcolm?
Oh, yeah.
See if there is a Malcolm.
Malcolm, let's see.
It's not a dog.
No, yeah. I can tell this is a boy, or like a young man.
No. He's an older man.
When he passed away?
Ma'am?
When he passed away, is what you're saying? He was an older man?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's an older man, and he just recently passed away.
Okay, he could be showing me him when he was younger, but just give me a moment here.
He just passed yesterday.
Really? Then this may not be him, because he may not be ready to come through yet.
Oh. Or he may
He
be.
always seemed young.
He
Younger
did.
than he was.
Yeah? Okay, hold on.
He always had a young spirit, I felt like.
He did.
Is this a cousin or an uncle, or who is this to you?
He's a cousin.
Cousin. He's giving me cousin, but I just wanted to be sure. Let's see. Are you guys... Hold on. I feel like he's showing me back in his teenage type age, and I feel like that's important to mention about you. Are you guys about the same age?
No.
Did you know him when he was a teenager?
No.
Might be somebody else.
What is he showing me? This is... I wonder if he's just showing me something you wouldn't know. Because he's connecting me to almost feel like a church. Would this have been your church-going kid or something?
No.
Like Barb Brand or whoever?
No.
Okay.
His mother was my great aunt. Yes.
Great aunt. I don't know. Do you know of a boy that was a cousin that was a teenager or close to that when he passed?
Lynn? Or a Ken? No. Leonard? No. I don't understand. Bill.
Me and Lynn is not that far apart in age, but he didn't go to church like that.
Did you want to see if she talked to Lynn?
I do know of a teenager that I grew up with.
Okay.
But he didn't go to church like I did.
Okay. I just feel like what he's showing me is almost like he's wearing his Sunday best. But not like a suit.
To always wear his Sunday best.
Who did? Who?
Malcolm.
Oh.
Just passed away. He always wore his Sunday best.
Okay.
That was just him. He was a teacher. For years.
Did he have one particular subject? Don't tell me the subject, but just yes or no. Was there one subject he taught?
Yes.
Was it science?
Yes.
Okay.
So it is him.
Yeah. I don't know why he's showing me a teenage... And whenever I said church, it's because of the Sunday best attire. Like, he's not showing me actually at the church. It was just like he was dressed up like he would go to church. And then as far as teenage, I'm not sure why he's showing me that.
Because
or did he... Wait.
Did, to the finest.
Okay, did he teach teenagers?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
He sure did.
So he wasn't the teenager he's showing me. He taught teenage kids science.
He taught high school, yep.
Okay. So it does seem like this is Malcolm then.
How about that?
What you want to ask him?
Which is interesting because usually it does take them a little while to be able to come through, which is, I feel, why his messages aren't super duper clear, and I'm having to decipher what he's saying because it's almost like he's not as vibrant as the others.
Where'd she go?
Yeah.
Oh, is that your phone dying?
It may be.
Mom's is not.
Yeah. Is your phone dying?
Me?
We lost your picture.
We just lost your picture.
Am I back?
No.
It just has like an exclamation point.
I want to know, did he have a peaceful passing?
I just turned my Wi-Fi off. Hopefully that helped. Did he have a peaceful passing?
Can you still see us?
Yeah, I can see you.
Okay. It doesn't look like her. No, we didn't.
Probably somebody messing with us.
Yeah. It might be.
Might be Malcolm messing with us. He's got wife to Lynn all up in my business. It's 95, fixing to be 96.
But he had plans to do a lot of things.
Yes, he did.
Did he pass away at home in his sleep?
He passed away at home. I don't know if he was in his sleep. His caregiver went in and found him. Hopefully.
Yeah,
He passed away in his sleep.
Yeah, he did. He did, and that's why he's giving me it was peaceful. He's like, yeah, it was like he just kind of fell asleep and didn't wake back up.
It did. That answered my question. Thank you so much. That did.
Yeah. That's what he's telling me for sure. He's like, reassure you. He just kind of fell asleep and didn't wake back up.
Oh, that's great.
What about Paul? I'm trying to think of other people. Sonny.
I do have. Do I have any time left?
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, I'm connected to her as long as you're wanting to. You let me know when you're done.
I have another friend that passed away.
This is a friend?
Yes, he's just a friend.
Okay.
Yeah, we lost you. Weird.
We lost you. Even anybody.
That's weird. You can hear me?
Uh-huh.
Hold on, let me see.
Passed away last year. Her name was Dorothy.
All right. Hold on just a second here. Trying to figure out, hold on, let me maybe turn off my camera and turn it back on. Did that fix it?
No, except we don't have the next one.
There you are.
You see me?
Yep.
Okay, all right. I don't know, that was weird. Let's see, Dorothy.
You're frozen now. Okay.
But you can hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
Okay. Okay, Dorothy. Is this a friend you had in your older ages instead of like when you were young?
Well, she started being my friend when I was 20.
Okay. Not like childhood.
Right.
Because I feel like Patricia's was kind of short.
Dorothy. It's funny because you called her Dot, right? And as I'm saying Dorothy, she's showing me dots. Did she not like to go by Dorothy?
No, she liked Dot.
Okay. So it's like she's showing me these dots like, stop calling me Dorothy.
That's her.
Okay.
I love Dot.
Did she, or did you guys do, like, play, what is this? I feel like you guys met up often for, like, Games? Did you guys meet up to play games or something?
Yes, we did.
Was it like mahjong or poker or something like that?
It was cards. It was.
Cards.
Spades.
Okay. Spades. Okay.
She quit too, didn't she?
Yeah.
She was one of those adopted sisters.
Yeah. I was gonna say, was she like around a lot, and your kids like know her?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
did she help? I don't want to say help raise, but was she like there for a lot of stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, I don't know if this will make sense to you, but you guys have a soul tie.
A soul tie.
A soul tie. Huh? Did you know what I mean by that?
I certainly do.
Okay. Because you were meant to be in one another's lives.
We were. And that's what we called it.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. So she's telling you so you would know that this is her for sure. Because
That's she really. I called her and when she was sick. Well, we had to call it something. And so I would know it was her.
yeah.
I want to tell her I love her, but she knows it.
Yeah, she knows that. Did you guys ever have like a period of time where there was a problem or you didn't talk for a while, something like that?
Yes, we did.
Okay, because it's funny because it's like almost like that was like a breakup. Like it was hurt. Did you guys like have a fight?
No, we didn't have a fight.
You just didn't talk to one another for a while?
Yeah.
I guess she just missed you a lot because it's like she just was almost aching to like be in your life again. Does that make sense to you at all?
It does make sense.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out what she's saying, but it's not necessarily that there was a problem per se. Like I don't see you guys ever had like a falling out, but she gives me like it was sad. It was sad to not have you in her life as much as you used to. Does that make sense to you?
It does.
Okay.
Can we ask about Jaden?
Oh, we can.
Who is it?
This is more for me than Mom, but I mean, she did know Mom. But Jaden.
Okay.
That's always with you. I know.
Was this a friend of yours?
She is a friend's daughter.
Okay, she's a current friend of yours' daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Is she young?
Yes.
Does she have blonde hair?
Yes.
I do feel that I have her, but I'm not getting a whole lot from her.
Okay.
Do you want to ask her a question and see if she can give you, like, validation of some sort?
You and me. Oh my God,
Did she what is did her passing involve a car?
Yes.
Was she hit?
No. It was what we suppose accidental carbon monoxide poisoning.
Oh.
An accidental.
Yeah, I mean, was it an accident? I think it was.
Yeah, it was an accident. Because she's that's why I asked, was she hit by it or something? Because she was saying an accident. So I was thinking maybe she was accidentally in the road or something like that involving a car and got hit by that, but she's just saying accidental, so I'm guessing that it was the carbon monoxide was an accident.
Well, we all miss her, and her mom is devastated.
Yeah. Yeah, she knows.
Okay.
Huh?
But as long as she's okay.
She's okay. She does talk about how her mom struggles a lot and she has to comfort her mom, but her mom doesn't realize it's her.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I gave her mom your information. I don't know if she'll ever do it, but her mom looks for her in everything. I think she knows that she's there, but she can't quite find the connection. But she wants to really bad.
Yeah. Because she's shown me, like, when her mom cries, she's actually, like on her shoulder area, leaned up against her mom in her shoulder area, and she shows me her cheek, like, lean over her shoulder and just, like, trying to comfort her, and she doesn't even know that she's there. So she does try to comfort her mom when she cries. So if her mom ever wants to try to connect with her, I can definitely, spend some time with the girl and be able to get a lot of information for her.
Okay.
Was she strapped into a car seat or something?
So apparently she had this boyfriend that she was hiding from everybody, and they were like making out in the back of her car. She had set the seats down.
Oh, okay.
And left the car running in the garage.
Did the boy die too? Holy guacamole. Well, I can definitely connect to her for, like, more details and everything if her mom ever wants to.
Yeah, I'm sure she would have a lot more to say to her mom.
Yeah, she definitely would, yeah. But, she does want you to tell her mom, just in case she doesn't decide to come and connect, she does want her mom to know she's sorry. I don't know if that makes sense to you for her to say she's sorry, but she wants you to tell her mom she's sorry.
It does.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Very welcome. Let's see. Is there anybody else?
I have another friend that died. His name was Paul.
Okay. Paul. Did Paul like music or play music?
He liked music.
Okay. I feel like if this is him, would coins make any sense for you?
No.
Did he gamble or anything like that?
Oh my goodness, I didn't think about her. Not that I know of.
Okay, so who would music or coins make sense to you for anybody?
That's why I was thinking she loved cruises and I loved doing stuff like that.
Yeah. How about Petra? She loved going on cruises and gambling and the slots.
Did she like to dance?
Well, she danced. I don't know if she necessarily liked it.
I feel like she's showing me like being where there would be music playing and she would dance like every time that she would go somewhere that had music, but not like raunchy dancing or anything.
Let's see.
Is there somebody else that would dance?
I'm trying to think. There probably is. I just can't think.
Let me see. Let's try to focus back on Paul. Is Paul someone you've been friends with mostly your adult life?
Yes.
Did you guys ever have a thing together?
Yes.
Okay. And then what, you just decided to stay friends?
Yes.
Did he just pass away within the last few years as well?
Yes. Well, in 2009.
Okay. Did he know Dot?
Yes.
Did he come to play spades with you guys and stuff?
No.
Would you all three hang out together ever?
Could it be Thomas Mitchell?
No. No.
I mean, I didn't think y'all ever had a thing, but did he like to gamble? And I mean, y'all were close.
No, he didn't gamble.
I don't see him dancing either.
No.
Do you have something you can ask him to know for sure that it's him?
Let's see. Does he get the golf on the other side? Has he been to Augusta National?
Interestingly, I feel like he's saying yes. Like when he first crossed over and he was like free, but now he's just kind of like, I just chill. He just hangs out now. He doesn't go crazy going places and all of that now. Like he visits family most of the time.
That would be him.
Does he eat Mexican food?
Okay, whenever you said that, he showed me the white queso, like dripping. Does that make sense?
Here you go. He would always take us all out to eat Mexican.
Aww.
You tell him I was sorry. I was very mean to him. I was a child.
Aww. That's funny. Were you feisty? Would feisty make sense?
Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, almost like feisty or sassy.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes. She was jealous of his mom's attention to him, so.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
And she's sorry, she says.
Yeah. He finds it funny now. Like, he understands, and when he looks back, he thinks it's funny.
That sounds right.
Let's see. He thinks it's funny. Let me see, he's okay. And he's just hanging around family.
Yep. Yeah,
he was kind of younger, and so his death was unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
Petra. Yeah, we have one more, I think.
Okay. Which is Petra.
Mm-hmm. I just dreamed about them, not last night.
That's a good question. When we dream about these people, does that mean they're there?
Yeah, they're visiting, yeah. Just coming in, saying hello. And the reason why they do it in dreams for most people is because that's when you're your most... When I say vulnerable, it doesn't mean in a bad way. It just means that you're more open and people can visit. Like, if you have your abilities opened up, then a lot of times they'll come to you in other ways. But if you don't have your abilities, then the best way they can is through dreams, because your body is at its most relaxed state and they can get through better. It's like the veil is lifted up more when you're sleeping.
Makes sense.
So that's why they come through dreams for people who don't have their abilities open.
I'm always dreaming about Petra, and I'm always dreaming that she has baby girls, 2 or 3.
She always want girls.
Do you know if she had miscarriages?
I don't know, really. She may have and just never told me. She had one son.
It's like she's surprised, because when she got to the other side, she learned or discovered that she did have a couple of girls in, where she's at now, in the spirit realm.
Oh.
It was like surprising to her, even. Like, she didn't realize it until she got there. She's like, wait, I have daughters?
So she's telling me.
Yep, she's telling you in your dreams that's why she's talking about daughters there when she comes to you in your dreams, is because I feel like she told you she wanted girls, and then now she's just telling you, I got my girls.
I got my girls. Yeah, because I keep saying, Petra, why do I keep dreaming about you having girls?
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3.
That's
my
funny.
goodness.
Let me see.
And she always has Andy with her, too. I need to call him.
So she is reaffirming that the coins make sense for her.
That makes sense. Yeah,
That makes sense.
They'd love to go do stuff.
Like gambling, or,
So we're always going and doing lots of cruises.
Okay.
Gambling. They love Las Vegas.
Okay. All right. I do feel. Is there anybody else?
Not that I can think of.
Probably
A lot. But
we've lost a lot of people.
Have you? The reason I ask is because it's getting loud. As if you would go into a crowded room and then everybody would be talking all at one time.
oh my goodness. For you, that's awful.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's just that there's a lot of them, and I feel like they are knowing that this is probably coming to an end, so they're like they're all just coming in and like, blah, 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 blah. So it's kind of hard to explain what I'm hearing, except for to say it's kind of like as if you walk into a crowded room and everybody's talking at one time.
I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize. It's totally okay. This is what I'm used to. But that's why I had asked if there was somebody else, because I don't want them to be talking over one another and we miss somebody.
Patricia.
I do have another friend that I dream about a lot, and I'll hurry, I promise.
No, you're fine.
Patricia.
Okay, you don't have to hurry.
But we called her Trisha.
Trisha. Okay, let me turn these others down.
She's probably one of them.
Probably.
I dream about her a lot, too. I can't think of anybody.
Interesting.
Say.
What?
She doesn't have nothing to say.
I don't feel like I'm getting anything for Patricia.
Just Trisha?
Maybe she passed on.
Maybe she moved on. Maybe she moved on. No, she comes to me in dreams, but she's usually just hanging with me.
Did you know her later in life?
Yes. Well, actually, since I was 20, all the way up until she died.
Okay.
We worked together.
So that might make sense. Does sticky notes make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I was like, well, I don't know why she would be showing me sticky notes, so I'm going to just keep going and see if this is somebody else possibly, but she's showing me sticky notes. Did she need a lot of sticky notes, or why would she be telling me that?
That would be all over her desk.
Oh, okay.
Computer monitor.
That's funny. So did people make jokes about it or pick on her about it?
They just was always there. Somebody would leave her a message.
Oh, okay.
Just like.
So you would understand what she means by sticky notes, but I wouldn't know. I don't know what she means by that. Let's see.
If there would be one thing that would let me really know that it was her, and she would know what that would be.
Oh.
The big joke.
Oh.
How long has she been passed over?
I'm sorry, do what?
How long has she been passed?
I think I was in high school.
2007? 2006?
Wasn't it before Mom? Or was it after Mom?
It was after.
It was after.
Oh, okay. Then maybe. I don't think I was home then. I don't think I'd moved back yet, so that's
I don't
right.
remember the year exactly, but I'll never forget the date.
Was she, like, kind of quiet?
She wasn't as loud as I was, so I guess so, in a way.
She was kind of quiet, I think.
I'm not really getting much from her. It's just interesting, because if she's been passed as long as the other ones have been, you'd think she'd be just as loud and just as strong, but she's not. So that's why I ask. Is she just the type with the personality where she wouldn't make a big scene or try to get your attention very much?
Yeah, she wasn't very loud.
Do you know anything about a banana?
God, no.
No?
No, there's no telling with her.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I don't know what joke you're talking about.
But you were just talking about her boobs.
Something she was always known for.
Something she was always known for.
You could pick her out in a lineup.
It's actually what caused her death.
I thought it was the PE.
Let me see. Hold on just a second here.
What was the PE?
But,
Or DVT.
okay. It's okay. Maybe
What
she's
is what does the word voluptuous mean?
Yep, that's it.
Voluptuous?
Voluptuous.
What is that? I mean, I know what voluptuous means, but what does that mean for her?
She had some big knockers.
Boobs.
Oh, okay. Now she goes like this, which I don't know if she would have done that or not, but that's what she's doing. Just like,
That's it.
that's funny.
That's it.
That's the joke?
That,
Oh my gosh, okay.
And
That's
every time she gained any weight, it stopped there first.
Ah.
And she was up on a belt. We worked for UPS, and the belt was slippery one morning early, and she couldn't see over her boobs, so she fell off of the belt and fell on her knee and busted it. So she had to have knee surgery.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Oh my goodness.
And she died after the knees.
So that night she had what'd you call it?
PE?
Yeah. She had
embolism, probably.
Yeah. A what embolism?
Probably pulmonary embolism or something.
Yeah.
A clot that
Clot went through her heart and it killed her.
Yeah, goes to her lungs.
Mm-hmm. And it was because of them boobs that she couldn't see over.
Oh my gosh. She actually kind of finds that funny.
Yeah, it is.
She's like, of all the ways, of all the things that could have made her pass away, the boobs would have done it.
Love that girl.
Yeah, she's fond of you as well.
She's fine as well. I knew she would be.
Yeah.
Just needed to check on it.
So this just a weird question.
Sure.
Well, and I'm with a lot of people because I work at the hospital when they die. Do these people follow me around after they die?
No.
Sometimes. Okay, good. Thank God.
No, typically whenever someone passes away, they go with their other family and they stay with their family and friends and stuff like that. So unless you have an extremely strong connection to one of the people that passed, then no, they would go with their own people and you would, have your people on your side being there for you.
Okay. There's just so many. I don't even want to.
Yeah. No, they wouldn't be with you.
Okay.
Unless they're a friend, a family member, a pet, or just a patient that was like extremely close to you. I'm talking like you would have to consider them like a adopted family type of thing for them to stay on your side.
Okay. Can I ask one more question?
Yeah, sure.
We'll go.
Okay.
I feel like before Jaden passed, somebody tried to tell me I had a J burned into my finger.
Ooh.
But I didn't.
When was that?
I sent you the picture. But I wondered if it was coincidental or because I told Mom, I said, somebody's trying to tell me something. There's a J burned into my finger, but I never thought of Jaden because she was 16.
Yeah. Interesting. It was her spirit guides. Why they came to you, I don't know. Were you very close with her?
Mom and I are very open to spirits. I don't know that like, like I said, I couldn't figure out what it meant, but I felt like somebody was trying to tell me something. I just couldn't.
Is her mom open to these things?
I don't really think so, other than since Jaden has passed, like, she really has tried to her, but
I think that's probably why then, because they couldn't get through to mom, and it's Jaden's spirit guides specifically that were trying to get somebody's attention, and they couldn't get mom's attention, so they went to you because you're more open.
Tell them though.
Yeah, well, it's okay if you didn't understand. Yeah.
Well, Diana kept saying, but I know this man at work, and his name is kind of
Jeff. Yeah,
Jeff.
Somebody at work had passed a few days before that, so I thought it was him, even though I wasn't close to him.
And then on her bird finger, she pinched a heart in there, and then she sent me a picture, and there was the J on her thumb, and there was the heart.
Not on purpose. I got my finger stuck in a chair.
And there was a heart. And I said, I think somebody's trying to tell you it's somebody closer to your heart. I said, stop and think, Diana. They're trying to tell you it's somebody closer to your heart. And we both was just not thinking Jaden. I didn't think of Jaden either.
Yeah.
Until he had died that night. And I said it was Jaden that was trying to tell us Jaden. Yeah.
Yeah, that was her spirit guides trying to get somebody's attention. But don't feel guilty that you didn't understand, and don't feel guilty you didn't help in any way. You wouldn't have known, and they couldn't really give you any other additional information because it was not, they can't communicate with you as well. Does that make sense? So the best thing that they could do, and unfortunately the way they did it was by hurting you, but I mean they didn't intentionally do that, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't like, oh, let's hurt this woman. But yeah, they were trying to get your attention about it, but don't feel bad that you couldn't help or didn't know.
Well, I think hurting you was the only way they could get your attention.
Apparently.
Yeah. It worked.
I thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much.
Of course. Good. I felt like we got a lot of no's, but then I'm like, well, we did also talk to like a lot of people.
Yes, we did.
So it was more of like having to decide who was who and what they were trying to say. So the no's ended up turning into yeses once we figured out who it was for, but I was like, okay.
Where the house we grew up in was very, very haunted, as you would say. Were those our people, or were they, like, I think our house was built on, like, the Trail of Tears or something. So there was always spirits, but I always felt like they were our people, but my sister didn't.
I do feel that most of them were your family, but there may have been, I feel like at least one that was not, but not a bad entity. Just a...
I know my children they weren't, but we had trenches behind our house, and actually the Civil War came down through there. And we had plaques all down the road telling that. And then there was a trench that they had tried to fill in front of our house. And I told them, they're not bad. I don't know that they're bad, but they were a little spooked out. But
well, yeah, I can understand.
I would them if they were bad.
I just don't feel like they followed us here. That house was...
They didn't.
I think they were attached to that house.
Yeah, there was at least one that was attached to the house.
And I didn't like to be there.
Yeah.
We lived there 35 years.
Well, see, the thing is that a lot of times when people think of something as being haunted or that they're ghosts, they immediately think scary because they don't understand it. But honestly, it's just spirits that are around, and they always are around. Sorry, I just, for whatever reason, needed to do a yawn. I'm not sleepy. I just had a whole cup of coffee, but I just needed a yawn. So we automatically, I mean, I did it too before I realized I'm a medium, and that what I do is talk to these people, on the other side. But I used to be afraid too. Anything like ghost-like, I was scared. And then now that I've done what I do, I realize that it's just the spirits in a different form hanging around. It's not a bad, evil thing. So, but I can understand being scared of those instances, and I do feel that maybe at least one, maybe a couple more were not your family, but I do feel that there's family there too that would have been around, at least protecting or watching over you guys, something. So, yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Absolutely. It was my pleasure, and I did record. I'm going to actually go ahead and stop the recording now.